my name is Robin, and I am going to be talking about the newest expansion to Firefly the board game, which is called Kalidasa. For anyone who's played the board game, there's been many expansions aside from the base game. There's been Pirates and Bounty Hunters, Break and Atmo, promo cards. The Blue Sun expansion, which actually expanded the board, was the first major expansion in the board game. That included new contacts for jobs and a new supply planet. Kalidasa is going to be similar. It's going to expand the board, except this time in the other direction. It's going to include a new supply planet and 2 new contacts. And the one thing that I'm kind of excited about and kind of nervous about, it's called the Operatives Corvette? Operative something or another. Yep, Operatives Corvette. This is an Alliance operative, and it allows the Alliance to extend their reach out of the White Sun area into border and rim space. Now, this puppy just came in today. I ordered it from Amazon, got it today in the mail. Have not even broken the plastic, so we're going to see if my short little stubby nails can get through the plastic, or if I'm going to have to break the pocket knife out. Actually, it seems like I got it just fine. Now to see if my short little stubby hands can get the plastic off so I can get inside. I did cheat a little bit. I read a PDF version of the directions early, so I kind of already know what's going on inside and what's all kinds of special. So, plastic off. Let's open this thing. So first thing we have is the cutouts for, we have more Alliance and Reaver tokens. There are completes and some more disgruntled. And there's a new card for the Corvette contact, because it's going to have different rules than the Alliance contact in the White Sun territory. And there is a new space for Harvest. If you remember from the original board game, Harvest is in Red Sun, and the new contact, Higgins, is going to be there. So you just put it on the planet on the board, from what I've read. So this is the new expansion for Kalidasa. This is the board expansion. So you have Fanti and Mingo at Beaumont. So this one's going to be set up like Space Bazaar, where you have On Duel, and what was the other one? Persephone with Mark Shepard's character. Oh God, I forgot it. Badger. So it's going to be set up like that, where it's a supply planet and a contact planet. And there's, some new areas. There's a Cortex Relay 2, Jin's Bane, New Casimir, Constance, Angel, Heaven, Whittier, Zeus. So you have new planets, new planetary sectors too. And as you can tell, only a little bit of it is considered border space. All of this in the red is rim space, so it makes it a little more dangerous to get into. So, the rule book. And we have new setup cards and new story cards. So I'm not going to read them. I think that's kind of boring, and I'm sure you don't want to listen to me read. So we have The Rim's the Thing. So this is a setup card, or this is a setup card. So, and time's not on our side, so these are 2 new setup cards. We also have some new story cards. It's all in Who You Know and The Wells Run Dry. And there's a Scavenger's Verse card, which I'm not really sure what this is, because it looks different. That could be interesting to look into further. So we have some new supply planet cards outside of Beaumont. So for example, this one says Yolanda's Pistol, and it goes into Osiris. So let's crack this open and see what's in it. So we have some new Osiris cards, which could be interesting. And on Silverhold, it looks like we have some new people. They're called Mutters. Indentured, remove from play at Harvest. Red Sun to take $500. This counts as immoral. So there's 2 of those. So these are in the directions. You can probably take a look in the directions to get a little more information. So Silverhold has some new stuff, which is nice. A barkeep. Too bad he's not good looking, and he's not a she. Giving your crew shore leave at supply planets is free. This could work out well for me. I tend to disgruntle my crew, because I usually get stuck with moral crew. I don't know why. So some more Mutters. Persephone. Right now it looks like, you know, some interesting washes Hawaiian shirt. That is so wonderful. So it looks, you know, basically, yeah, nothing overly exciting. Here's another barkeep, same thing. So looks like the supply planets really aren't a lot of fun. Ooh, Beaumont. I like how these look. So this is Beaumont. And I don't speak French, I'm sorry. I took Spanish in school, so if I'm mispronouncing this or I have a terrible accent, I'm sorry. I speak German, not French. So, extra ammo clips, which doesn't really look like it has any real advantage other than re-rolling a gun test. Inara's bow. This looks like a nice one. It's got 2 gun skill points, but it has to be carried by a companion. So if you don't have a companion, there's really no point to that. Although, Inara's guild papers. This looks good. And it counts as companion. So you don't have to pay a crew to be companion. You can have this unless you go to Meridian and get the Love Bot. So Jane's holdout pistol, a labor contract. So it looks like there's a lot of interesting places that... Ooh, Mel's sniper rifle. That always looks fun. So it looks like there's going to be some interesting things here. Washes nav charts. So his flak jacket. So a fan dancer. That could be interesting. So, and there's going to be plenty of crew. This one looks like Beaumont looks like it's going to be one of the smaller supply planets just because it doesn't seem to have as many cards as, say, a Space Bazaar, Persephone, Regina, so on and so forth. But it still looks like it could be a lot of fun. So you have a new captain, too. His name is Wright. He is a grifter, and it says, Dirty Slaver, whenever you deliver fugitives, you may take an extra $100 per fugitive. This counts as immoral. So if you remember, the Mutters are also considered immoral, so I guess having him as a captain could be a very interesting prospect. One way that a friend of mine developed is we choose captains blindly. You don't get to actually choose a captain. She put them in envelopes, and she also started with 2 crew and 2 gear. That way it just kind of gets the game going faster. You know, we're not sitting on supply planets or anything like that. It's just easier. It's faster. It gets the game going. So it should be interesting to see what we do with him. And Beaumont, because we can kind of trade out some stuff and kind of mix Beaumont into the envelopes. So there's new room space cards, there's new alliance cards, and I believe there's going to be new, I said room space. Yeah. So I'm assuming there's going to be border space in there too. Let's see. Break the plastic off again. So yep, new room space, new border space, and new alliance space. So it should be interesting to see what different cards there are here. And I know it looks like there's a lot, but I think from what I read, they're assuming that maybe not everybody has the Blue Sun expansion, so they might not have some of the mix-ins that came with the Blue Sun in their regular deck, or they might not have any rim space cards. So I think that's partially why there's so many of the rim space cards. Also, don't forget they're introducing the Alliance Corvette, so I think there's a Corvette contact cards in here too for each of the sections. because like I said before, the Alliance Corvette is not limited to White Sun. It can go out into border space and into rim space. And speaking of the Alliance Corvette, let's see what this puppy looks like. And I know I say puppy sometimes, and I'm not quite sure why. Might be a New England thing. So this is the Corvette. Looks kind of sleek, I guess, which is what I presume a Corvette would look like. I've never seen one in real life that I remember. So this is what it looks like when it's on its little base. So as you can see, it's going to be distinguishable on the board, and it should be fun to play just to... Now, I have a nickname when I play. It's called the Reaver Neater, because I tend to stick the Reavers on people or put them on planets that people need to go to. I play to win. So it should be interesting to see how the Alliance Corvette gets pulled into the game and how it gets used as almost like a weapon. Let's get to something a little more not so negative, I guess. There are two new contacts. We have Fancy and Mingo, the twins, and we also have Higgins. So let's open up and see what these look like. So Higgins, Magistrate Higgins. You cannot deal or work a job for Higgins with Jane in your crew. So if you want to have Jane on your crew, guess who you are not going to be solid with? Magistrate Higgins. Now he is based out of Harvest Red Sun. So as you remember, that's where this comes in. So let's see, being solid with him means you get to have an extra active job in your hands, and you can have 3 active jobs at one time. Now Fancy and Mingo, the twins, you can sell contraband to them buy contraband from them, if I remember it in the instructions, for 400 apiece. So that can be helpful if somehow you get pirated or the Alliance takes your contraband. You can still finish jobs and get some from them. And when you complete a transport job, you get $500 when you're solid with them. So there could be some monetary advantages to being solid with the twins. So it doesn't look like their jobs really have anything, some of them do. This crime job says you have to misbehave 4 times and pick your poison to get paid. So pick your poison, you have to have a companion, or it's a gun test. 1 to 7 till kill 2 crew, 8 plus kill 1 crew. So unless you have a companion, say bye-bye to one of your crew. It's a nice paying job though. That one's $4,000 right there. So there are some good paying jobs in here. So on this one, double entendre, I like that one. It's misbehave to load up to 5 fugitives, and this is weird. It says you pick it up in Albion and White Sun, drop them off at Angel and Kalidasa, and you get paid $300 per fugitive, but there's a bonus drop off at Silverhold, and you'll deliver 2 to get paid $1,000. If I remember right, if you want to do the bonus, you have to do it before you finish the job. So you'd have to go from Albion to Silverhold, then to Angel. So it could be interesting. Yeah, the new jobs definitely look interesting. Should be fun to see how they play out. So that is everything with the board game. Oh, the contact card. So the Corvette Contact. Resolve when the Corvette ends its move in an outlaw ship sector and when an outlaw ship moves into the Corvette sector. Remove 1 of your wanted crew from play. Gear and ship upgrades that protect crew from wanted roles prevent this effect. So if you have any, like one of them is Simon's scan-proof shades. If you have stuff that protects your crew, it sounds like they'll still protect your crew. Discard all fugitive tokens not in your stash. So, makes it nice. Unless you have ships like the Interceptor, the Esmeralda, the Jetwash that don't really have a stash set up. You can get extended as a ship upgrade, which with the Corvette could prove to be advantageous. And if you're flying, full stop. So this could be, I'm not going to say this is going to be a total and complete game changer, but it could be interesting. Now, I have not had the opportunity to play this yet, and as of right now, I won't for another 2 weeks. I am looking forward to it, and maybe I'll do an update when I do play and see how it goes and let you know what I think. So until then, I will see you guys later. Bye!